I remember correctly, about 1992. We convened in a discussion led by Silas Shipman from the Coalition for the Homeless. And what we knew was it's housing first. We really want our homeless individuals to have permanent housing that they can live in. And Christchurch's involvement with the creation of New Hope were part of this discussion. And some of us said, why don't we try using as much federal funding as we could? So we set out and created another nonprofit corporation called the Houston Area Community Development Corporation. And we ended up buying an old 1926 sort of working person's hotel back on Congress Street. And so we sort of put the deal together and were able to work to be able to line up various federal grants that we could use in the project. It was historic, so it required certification by the Texas Historical Commission, all of this making it a little bit more complex project than what New Hope was doing. The New Hope was starting on Hamilton Street residents, and they said, we're going to build ground up. And let's put it this way, they beat us by a mile in terms of opening Hamilton literally years before we were able to open 1414 Congress. We had it open and operating, but after a while, I think some of us, sort of as volunteers for this little corporation we had put together, said, we really need to get this into hands. Somebody can take it and love it and really operate this project correctly as we all have envisioned doing. We asked New Hope, we said, would you be willing if we were to give you 1414 Congress? And we got an answer back, yes. And I think perhaps one of the most exciting days in my career was we had a big luncheon one day, and we had the board of New Hope and the board of our little Houston Area Community Development Corporation to get together. And our board for Houston Community Development Corporation elected the board of New Hope to be on our board. And as soon as we did that, we resigned as the board members, and therefore the board really was now controlled by New Hope, even though we had a separate entity. Thank goodness that New Hope took it over. There were some things that needed to be corrected and changed in the project. They took it on to ultimately make the project what it is today, which is absolutely wonderful, wonderful housing. And let me in closing just say, in celebration of the 30th year of New Hope Housing, I would strongly encourage those who feel inclined to do so to give generously to New Hope Housing.